Oh, hello, Jason Alexander here from the club at Carlton Woods Nicholas Course. Upcoming on the show this week, we have a great, hard-hitting interview with legendary Rockets announcer Bill Worrell. We're going to do a quick recap of our member fall events and a big Christmas surprise from none other than Tommy Peppercorn. Great show in line for everybody. So, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do the Pro Show. All right, fall recap time. Ladies, member up first. Miss Marie Karamati and Chris Sternick took home the win. Great put on 18, Miss Karamati. Couples Club Championship, the Maggots won the gross. The Longs won the net. Couples member guest, our first annual. The Ingrams and the Janowiskis took home the win. Men's Club Championship, Jared Shepard is our 2017 champion. Tony Zeiss won our net division. Dan Cook won the senior gross, and John Hageman won the senior net. Our Ladies Club Championship, Leslie Ingram took home the win. In gross, Evangeline Treadwell in net. Congratulations to you all. Carlton Cups. The Goddesses, led by Daniel Gonzalez, in a big upset, took down the Alexander Angels in a very closely contested event. It was very good. Job well done, all the ladies. The Men's Carlton Cup, in an even bigger upset, Team Asus took home the title for the 5th year in a row, upsetting Team Alexander. Good job, guys. Our pinnacle event of the fall, our men's member guest, Mike and Ryan Newport, took home the win. Ryan Newport made a bomb here on 18 to make it to the champion's hole. And you know what he did there? Made another bomb. 2 walk-offs, unbelievable, a memory you'll never forget. Those are our fall tournaments here at the club at Carlton Woods.
Patrick Reed, and I'm a huge fan of the Pro Show.
Evan Gaddis with the Houston Astros, and I love the Pro Show.
As always, thank you to the millions and millions of Pro Show fans around the world. Speaking of Pro Show fans, we had a chance to sit down with one of our biggest fans, Mr. Bill Worrell, the legendary voice of the Houston Rockets. Let's take a look. All right, Pro Show Live with a Houston icon and absolute treasure here, Mr. Bill Worrell. Mr. Worrell, thank you for taking the time to be on the Pro Show and spend a few minutes with the millions and millions of Pro Show fans around the world.
Well, it's one of the most exciting moments for me in my career. Jason, I've heard about this show forever. I've never been invited. And the check you gave me just a few moments ago will send one of my grandkids to college. So, but I think you got a problem. Chris Paul came up to me before last night's game, and he said he hasn't been on this show in a full-time capacity. And he's upset because he heard James Harden's going to be on before him.
But look, when we had a chance to get you, all that washed away, I promise you.
I played your course more than
yes, sir, you have.
than Chris has.
Well, talk about Carlton Woods. You've been out there a few times. How's your experience been being out at the CW?
I love it. The Fazio course is one of my favorites. Of course, I played the Nicholas course for a long time, so both of those courses are one of my favorites. And whenever you get a chance to play with a wonderful golfer like Jackie Danner, her husband you may have heard of, Ernie Danner, he plays occasionally. In fact, I've played in a few tournaments with Ernie. I think he was number 3 or 4 on the Rice golf team back in the 50s. They used wooden shafts, and he carried a niblick in his bag. And but Jackie has never lost to Ernie. And I think that needs to be pointed out here tonight.
You know, I don't know if all of our members know that, but the ones closest to them definitely do.
Yeah.
I mean, Jackie's a stud of the family.
Oh, shit, there's no doubt about it. Ernie's a wimp.
All right, Mr. Well, hey, let's get to our hard-hitting 9, because 10's just way too many questions. All right, question number 1. You pitched at U of H back in the day. What is the best athlete or athletes that were at Houston during your time pitching for the Cougars?
Well, I was the best one pitching for the Cougars, but
outside of yourself, sure.
Yeah, right. Our left fielder was Tom Paciorek, and when I was pitching, I gave him a lot of experience of how to go back to the wall and watch the ball go over the fence, and so he became very proficient at that. But Tom Paciorek was one of the great college baseball players. Went on to play 13 years with the Dodgers and the White Sox. We also had Elvin Hayes and Don Chaney on the basketball team, and of course we had all those national champions on the golf team.
Yes,
so you could just pick one. So we had some great ones.
That was a great era of Cougar athletics.
Sure was.
All right, favorite golf course you've been fortunate enough to play?
Well, I could say the Nicholas or the Fazio course, but I'm going to go out to the West Coast and pick out my favorite.
Cypress Point?
How did you guess?
It was either that or Pebble Beach. It was one of the two.
Pebble Beach took me about 6 hours to play. I got behind a lot of players who were playing for the first time. But at Cypress, I teed off behind a foursome, and we were the only ones on the golf course.
You don't see many people out there, that's for sure.
No.
All right.
That's great.
On to the next one. Okay, I know you're you're a great player, single-digit handicapper. You have been throughout your career. How many shots do you have to give old Clyde the Glide when y'all pegging on the golf course?
It depends on what tee we're on. he wants to always get me on the back tee, and one day at the from the back tees at the Nicholas course, I really smacked one of my better drives, and it just rolled past the red tees up in the front, and so he got the best of me there.
Well, he's got to get you back there to have any chance.
Yeah, plus, he cheats a lot, too. You got to watch him. He'll come out of the woods, and he's putting for a par. I don't know how. You could hear him rattling around in there, so keep an eye on him.
He's got the holes in his pockets.
Yes, he does.
So, commentating career, what was the best game you were a part of calling?
Well, I think my first year in 1980, we were the surprise team. We finished 40-42, but we got the 8th seed. And Moses Malone was fantastic, Rudy Tomjanovich. And in the final game against the San Antonio Spurs, Calvin Murphy went off for 41 points, outscored Gervin, who had 40. And the Rockets went on to go to the NBA Finals. That was my first year. And I thought, man, this is easy.
What a run this is going to be.
Yeah, this is going to be great. But then Akeem Olajuwon came on, and we went back to the finals in 80-86. And then the, back-to-back championships in 94-95.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. So, on the same topic, your best call during a game, one that kind of stands out to you over your career?
That's a good one. I haven't really thought about that. I guess Mario Ellie from the corner, the kiss of death, was a good one. Yeah. Maxwell with a cold-blooded 3 to beat the Knicks. There's been a few of them in there. I can't remember all of them. There have been so many.
Those are two good ones.
Yeah.
All right. Bunch of nicknames. You're famous for a bunch of nicknames. Giving the Rockets Ariza for Threeza, Three the Harden Way, Stevie Franchise. What's your all-time best nickname for the Rockets roster?
Akeem the Dream.
Akeem the Dream, which is maybe not everybody knows, is a Bill Worrell special and a legendary. I mean, it's the most legendary nickname in Rockets history.
Actually, I have to give Akeem a lot of credit for that. We were sitting in an airport. There was a snow delay. We were in Cleveland, and I said, Dream, we got to come up with something like the Dream Shake or something. And I didn't come up with the Dream Shake. Actually, he did. He said, call it the Dream Shake. So I said, okay, the Dream Shake by Hakeem the Dream. And he said, you got it. So I'll give him a lot of credit for coming up with that.
That is wild. Pretty cool there. All right, best dressed player on the current Rockets roster. And did Calvin Murphy ever get you to go shopping at one of his suit stores in the 20-plus years y'all were together commentating?
No, he never did. In fact, if you put him in a blue sport coat, which we did early in his career, he can't talk. It's just really like he put tape on his mouth. Once he started dressing in his own suits, then he became Calvin Murphy.
All right, all-time Rockets. Here we go. This is a good question. Game 7 of the finals, tied at 100, 20 seconds left. Rockets inbounding. What play do you call? Who takes the last shot?
Boy, that's going to be tough. Well, I'd have Calvin Murphy bringing the ball up.
Okay.
And he's going to pass it over to Harden, who gives it up to Chris Paul. Then Chris Paul goes down to Akeem Olajuwon. Moses Malone filters down the baseline. He gets the rebound on the missed shot, passes it back out to Harden, and he hits a 3 to win the championship.
Done and done.
You got it.
Last question, Mr. Worrell. There is a rumor, some gossip going around the Houston area that you might be somewhat of an ice cream connoisseur. Now, is there any truth to that? And if so, what's your go-to flavor?
Well, vanilla. If you go to the Danner house when I'm invited out there, which is very rare, of course, to play in a golf tournament, they keep homemade vanilla. Anything in a Bluebell container is good. But homemade vanilla, and then you get some of that chocolate sauce that you pour on it, and then it cakes.
Can't beat that.
Fudge.
It's delicious.
Oh, it's the best. And then if you can tee off the next morning, good luck.
All good. Mm-hmm. All right, Mr. Worrell, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason. And if we win this year, I'll retire, and we'll just play golf every day.
Done and done, Mr. Worrell.
Right.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
Club of Carlton Woods, it's Jason. Santa! Hey, old Saint Nick. What's up, player? You tore your ACL playing laser tag with the elves? What? Santa, I can't sub in this year. I got a new kid, a family. And manage Fazio. Make sure, hey, got to keep a meal in line over here at Nicholas. I don't think I can help you. I know the kids won't get their gifts. You know what? Hey, I might have a guy. Actually, I do have a guy. Let me give him a call. Okay. Hey, you take care. Peppercorn. Donald, look, I can't play golf, but I might be able to make it to dinner with you and Melania. Yes. Hey, I got Pro beeping in. And no, I'm not going to call you president. Remember that night in Atlantic City? I'm not calling you president. Hey, I got to run. Okay. Talk to me, Pro. Mr. Peppercorn, it's your favorite Pro, Jason. Hey, big favor. Santa's down with a torn ACL. We need you to save Christmas. Are you kidding me? Pumpkin season's over. Peppercorn in. Look out, world. Tommy Claus is coming to town. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, everybody wish Tommy Peppercorn the best of luck on Christmas Eve, because he's going to need it. All right, to the members and the millions and millions of Pro Show fans around the world, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And as always, until next time, have a big time.